don't plan around people. They're way more likely to they're way too likely to flake or have something come up that means that they can't come. I'm being very charitable here because I don't like to assume that there's a lie, but there's a lot more that can happen if you plan around people. Whereas if you plan around what you're doing and then you just say, hey, if you want to come, you're welcome to join. If not, no pressure, then life is easier. And I learned this quite a bit from a decade of planning group movie screenings because I was under the impression I could not go see a movie by myself until I was 21. I say it that way because, yes, you could also look at it as it felt kind of awkward to go without anyone else until I was 21, or that I unlocked the Sigma male skill of going to see a movie by myself, despite it being conditioned into me that it's a group thing or something you do with another person. Yeah, in the early days of my Saturday movie system, I had to get my mom and siblings or at least one of my siblings on board. I was a I was sometimes able to get my cousin on board because his parents were divorced, so when I wanted to do the movies on Saturday, Hayes, my aunt had to talk with his dad had and change the arrangement for that weekend. And of course, I depended on my mom for transportation. So yeah, that's just my personal example of playing around people. Over the years, I would do that with various other movies, and then I'd have to refund tickets if someone couldn't come at the last minute, or I would try to find someone to fill the slot until eventually in 2022 or so, that's when I started just going on my own and letting people know if they want to join me. This is my seat number. You can buy the adjacent one, and we will figure it out from there. If you don't want to come, no pressure. I think the last time I bought an extra ticket for someone else to come with me was Transformers 1 in September. But anyway, it's not just movies that there's this kind of thing around it. There's also bowling. I only really went bowling from late 2023 until last October. I went mostly alone because I didn't want to wait for other people to be available. But yeah, planning around people, it can get kind of tricky because last minute things can pop up. especially if you're getting older and your friends they have family to take care of now. That's a very real possibility. So basically, if you the flaw with planning around people is something like that's bound to happen, or they're more likely to just not be able to come, like or not want to come do it. Like I almost gave up on my last bowling session before I quit going because I didn't want to because they canceled a screening of a movie that I was gonna see, and I was about to give up because I was like, well, there's no other showtime for it that'll work, so what's the point of going now? I still did some writing at various places for as well. I got snacks and lunch because I'd come. I was planning on coming straight from a blood pressure clinic at my doctor's office. And at the end of the and it was nice to see my friend and hang out with him for an hour and not put him through the experience of planning around me. But yeah, that's not to say it's not fun to do things with friends. It is fun to do things with friends. I can't imagine what it would have been like to see Captain America the Winter Soldier and not have been able to turn to my friend and be like, "Did that just happen?" No, wait, that was Iron Man 3 with the Mandarin reveal. I remember I just turned to him and I was like, "Did that just happen?" Good times. It's nice to have the memories of when superhero movies were actually good, even if they had insanely ridiculous twists like that. Yeah, I was really thinking more about this with the birthday screening of Sonic 3. Well, the screening that happened to fall on my birthday because my friend's dad had a drink of alcohol. Therefore, it cannot be classified as a Henry's birthday event because that would be a complete violation of rules for events that are held in my name. So, it wasn't an event that was held in my name. It was a group screening my friends wanted to do that happened to fall on my birthday, and seeing the organizer go through the process of fe- wondering if one of our other friends was actually still gonna show up or not, or having to deal with refunding some tickets because some other people canceled. I I thought to myself, this is why I don't plan around people. That's not to criticize my friend, the organizer, for putting it together because he wanted to do that, and I respect his decision. I'm happy to join in if I'm invited. It's just I've noticed the drawback with that. I've noticed, and I remembered from my own experiences in the past how frustrating it got. And when I get frustrated, I start to get drowsy, and it kind of ruins the experience overall. So yeah, that's why I do that now. If my friend from another state happens to come into town at some point and wants to do something, I'm still gonna plan doing something because I'd want to do something with her. It would be nice to see my friend, but I guess I would still structure it in a way that if she canceled, I'd still go do it like Museum of Science. Sure, it would end, or if I bought the tickets in advance and then someone cancels on me, those are non-refundable, but at least I'd still be able to go and experience it. But yeah, the point is, don't plan around people. Enjoy having experiences with other people where you can because it ends up happening, but it's not the end of the world. But set it up in a way so that it's not the end of the world if someone does cancel. So on that note, I'm going to leave it here for the video. Comment what you think about all this, whether you think I'm preaching isolationism like this one commenter on my Valentine's Day special said, because I'm not crapping on doing things with friends or having a romantic partner. I am, however, crapping on the idea that you have to be doing these kinds of things with other people instead of just doing it alone if it comes down to that. Or what I am crapping on is the idea of letting other people dictate your mood. There, that sounds better. Give this video a like, subscribe for daily videos, and I will see you soon.